What's up, Fuel Fam? Today we're going to talk about understanding cellulite and how to get rid of it. Cellulite is simply the dimpled, lumpy skin that typically sits on your butt, legs, and hips. It can, however, appear anywhere because part of the cause is subcutaneous fat, or the kind of fat that sits right underneath the skin. It's commonly accepted that cellulite affects over 90% of women and just over 10% of men. One of the main reasons for this, and there are a couple others that we'll get to later, is that women have more subcutaneous fat, especially in the lower half of the body. Okay, let's talk about how cellulite is actually caused in the body. So, your connective tissue sits in between your skin and your muscle. And then the fat is in between all of that. So basically, when your fat cells start to stack on top of each other, it pushes the connective tissue to the top near the skin, while the connective tissue below is pulling downward. This causes that dimpling or wrinkling effect. Okay, there are 4 grades of cellulite. The first, grade 1, is the kind that you can't even see with the naked eye. It's only visible under a microscope. Grade 2 is the kind that's only visible under the perfect circumstances while standing and with the skin pale and lacking elasticity. Grade 3 is the type that's pretty much visible at any time someone is standing up. And grade 4 is the most severe. That's the kind that, someone is stuck with. You can see it at all times. Another thing to understand is that cellulite is hypoxic, or lacking oxygen and also lacking blood flow, which basically means it's going to receive a little less attention. Contrast that with belly fat, which has a stronger oxygen supply and also stronger blood flow, which is one of the reasons why women can lose belly fat and then not really lose in the butt, hips, and thigh area until you do the right things. Also, women have 9 times the amount of alpha adrenergic receptors in the lower body compared to men. Men have a lot more beta adrenergic receptors, which, to make a long story short, those alpha receptors bind to the fat cells and basically just kind of hang on for dear life. Whereas the beta receptors break the fat free from the cells so you can burn it up for energy. A low carbohydrate diet is also essential for getting rid of cellulite. And I'm going to go a little deeper than this. Some of the typical reasons for that. Not that carbs in totality are the enemy, but specifically when your insulin is high, then it promotes those alpha receptors that make it so hard for you to lose subcutaneous fat. Whereas when your insulin is low, your beta receptors are going to be a little more efficient, which just helps you break fat free from the cells so you can burn it up for energy. Alright, enough horror stories. Let's talk about how to get rid of this stuff. One thing that you need to understand right off the bat, and of course I'm going to say this, is that resistance training can help significantly. Mainly because you are strengthening your lean muscle and filling in the space, so to speak, but also you're strengthening the connective tissue, which helps you regain that elasticity that we talked about a little bit earlier. And a testament to that is I actually know some people who have lost weight by using short-term methods such as crash dieting or doing just a plethora of cardio in combination with that especially, and they lose weight but they gain cellulite. And that's just, it's an amazing scenario, but I've seen it happen several times, and that's because they're burning up their lean muscle and losing that elasticity in the skin. Some of the creams actually do have a lot of scientific backing behind them, with aloe vera, vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, and basically the purpose of most of this is to oxygenate that area and also to hydrate it. So also that's another thing I want to add at the end. If you are not drinking enough water, then you can usually notice that the cellulite will appear a little more prominently. There are some supplements and other methods that can help you get rid of cellulite too. One is deep tissue massage, which can basically just smooth out those areas and can actually strengthen the collagen. Also foam rolling, which has a really similar effect. Again, it's not going to get rid of it completely if you have severe cellulite, but it can help, especially when you do it on a regular basis. All right, Fuel Fam, that is understanding cellulite and how to get rid of it. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe below if you're seeing it on YouTube. Woo!